Welcome to the STBY Basketball Show. Wherever or however you're listening, we're so grateful to have you with us. As you guys know, I'm your host, Sean Cottle, and we have a special show for you guys today. Um, I know we talked about last week how we're going to be previewing the NBA Finals matchup between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics on Thursday, and we still are going to be on Wednesday. My apologies, and we still are going to be doing that. But for our show for today, I wanted to talk about an interesting topic that broached my mind over the weekend, and it involved Kyrie Irving, and it's the debate of why he was left off the Team USA. And the reason this thought came to my mind was because of his performance, not only in the Western Conference Finals and not only in the playoffs, but over the course of this entire season as well. And that's going to be the premise of our show for today, guys. So, why was Kyrie Irving left off of Team USA? So, we're going to get right into it. As you guys know, Kyrie Irving was left off of Team USA, the final roster for the 2024 Olympics in Tokyo, Japan, this summer. And instead of Kyrie Irving, for the guards, Team USA selected Anthony Edwards, Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton, and Devin Booker for the guards, and Steph Curry as well. And there was a lot of question. There weren't that many questions at first, and many people weren't questioning whether Kyrie should have been on or off the roster. But ever since the playoffs started, and more people have been seeing Kyrie Irving play on a national stage, national spotlight, now the question started to rise as to why Kyrie was left off of Team USA. And that dates back to 2021 and in 2022. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, because to give credit, I want to give credit first to Team USA in this selection process that they chose. Or not the process, but the players that were selected. I believe that Steph Curry obviously is the best point guard in the league. Anthony Edwards has shown that he is one of the best guards, though albeit a two guard, one of the best guards in the NBA, dating back to his performance in the FIBA World Cup last summer. Tyrese Halliburton showed that he is a formidable point guard, one of the best pure point guards in the league. And Devin Booker had immense success on Team USA back in the 2020 Olympics. And there is a huge polarizing force that revolves around Kyrie Irving, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally, whether it's malice or curiosity. But Kyrie Irving has shown himself to be a polarizing figure due to a lack of understanding. A lot of people don't understand, or used to not understand, the things that Kyrie Irving the things that he would talk about. And like I said, if we go back to 2021, during the COVID pandemic, there were a lot of discontent with how Kyrie Irving was choosing not to get the vaccine, which was in his right completely to not get the vaccine. Is his right as a human being, as a citizen. And that, coupled with the fact that he was not playing as many basketball games due to him taking time off for various reasons. Now, that's where I had issuance with some of his actions, not with the choice to get the vaccine, but with him choosing to take time off for matters that some might not deem necessary. But that, coupled with the fact that Kyrie was, like I said, taking time off and choosing not to get the vaccine, and also with his quote unquote anti-Semitic posts, which were not anti-Semitic at all. If you've read the book or know of the book Hebrews to Negroes, it was not. And he wasn't endorsing the book. He was merely posting a picture of it on his Instagram, and that caused a lot of backlash due to the fact that that the financial backers and the the quote unquote financial elites of the society are are quote unquote Jewish, and you cannot have at the time a star player such as Kyrie Irving going against the grain and presenting any sort of information or material that would shed light on who the true children of the book are, and that caused a lot of discontent uh, for Kyrie's image in the public, and that's when his reputation really started to take a hit, quote unquote. And that's when people started to now associate their opinion of Kyrie Irving's personal life with that of basketball. They started to say that, well, Kyrie doesn't play winning basketball. He's not a team player. He's dysfunctional in the locker room. A lot of these things started to come into the fray. And then he gets traded to Dallas, and all of these opinions of him follow him. But winning has an interesting effect on people. Winning, as they say, cures all ailments, if there are any there to begin with. And it's interesting how the image of Kyrie has changed now that he's not only winning, but also he's not as active in the media, and he's not as talkative, as they would say. It's very interesting to me how now people are starting to value Kyrie and appreciate Kyrie now that he's not talking as much. That's another topic for another day, how we can get into that, how the black man is seen as a minstrel and merely for entertainment value within this community. And I blame us for that. As black men, we've allowed ourselves to get into that, to be typecast into that role. But like I said, I need to digress. So the reasons I just gave you for why Kyrie's reputation initially took hit with him, posting the things about the quote unquote anti-Semitic book or material, as well as his stance against the COVID vaccine, are the reasons why Kyrie was left off of Team USA. And there's no legitimate reason why one could argue or one could make the debate that Kyrie Irving is an inferior player to a Tyrese Halliburton or Drew Holiday or Devin Booker or even Anthony Edwards at this point. The only guard that I can legitimately say that deserved to be on Team USA ahead of Kyrie Irving is Steph Curry. And you guys know how I feel about Steph Curry. He's the second best point guard of all time, and he's one championship away from, in my opinion, being considered the best point guard of all time. And the reason that Kyrie Irving was left off Team USA was strictly political. There's nothing else about it. It wasn't skill set. It wasn't fit or glue, because Kyrie has shown the ability within these playoffs to be a point guard, a playmaker, not just a scorer, which is what people have presented him to be throughout his career. He's shown the ability to be a playmaker, be a facilitator, initiate the offense, and which is something he would be doing on Team USA. So the only reason that Kyrie Irving was left off of Team USA was strictly for political reasons. Team USA and the people and the entities, corporations that back Team USA could not afford to have a quote unquote liability in the public image and someone that has an ardent stance against the COVID vaccine that would be in the past, as well as his stance, not his stance, but the material he posted about quote unquote anti-Semitic views and anti-Semitism that's not something that Team USA wanted to be associated with them because of the people that back it. And the book itself, not to get too much into it, it leaves off a lot of information, but it's almost as if someone is handing you a key to opening up Pandora's box. And then when you open up Pandora's box, that's when you get the real information about what's going on, about who the true children of the book are. But like I said, that's to digress. And that's the main reason why Kyrie was left off of Team USA. And Kyrie Irving has continued to improve and elevate as a basketball player, and this is Kyrie Irving's prime. He's about 2 years removed from being outside his prime, but this is the best version of Kyrie Irving that we're going to get. And we talk about players' prime is when they reach the apex of their physical, but also where it meets the mental aspect of the game. And that typically happens around between 32 to 34 years old, and Kyrie falls in that age range. I believe he's 32 or 33. If I'm wrong with that, one of you guys can correct me. But watching Kyrie Irving play, has he lost a step in athleticism? Maybe, but it's marginal. But his pace has improved tremendously. You know, there's an old saying that some players get improved when they get slower, because some players don't know how to control their speed. Kyrie is never one of those guys. I'm thinking more of like a guy like Westbrook, who's so quick and explosive that he's almost too fast for his own good, or someone like John Wall, perhaps. You know, Kyrie never had that issue. He always did a great job of playing with pace, but he's doing an even more tremendous job playing with pace now. Not just pacing to get to a spot, but pacing to make plays, pacing himself to make plays and to facilitate and to get not only shots for himself, but also for his teammates. Makes him more dynamic now, and makes him more of a threat, a larger threat than what he already was to the defense. Now the defense knows, okay, I can no longer guard Kyrie with just taking away his scoring options, but now I also have to take away his playmaking options as well. So it keeps the help side more honest, and it allows Kyrie actually to get more shots and more reads in the one-on-one situation, because defenses now know that he can play make and that he can facilitate. So this is the best version of Kyrie Irving that we're going to see in his career. I believe that the mental with the physical is starting to peak for Kyrie at the right time, or at his apex, and we're going to get this version of Kyrie for about 2 more years, this year and next year, and this is truly going to be considered his prime. And what this moment for Kyrie Irving should tell you as a black man is that we should not find value in what people think about us or how we're perceived by the public. So long as we are doing what we feel is right within our spirit and from the Most High, then that's all we should focus on, because people are always going to have something negative to say about us. People will always have something deconstructive to throw at us. But it's on us to not give that any energy, to not give them any value in our life. The only value people have in our life are the ones is the value that we give it. We give them. People do not have value in our life if we choose not to give it to them. And most people are only interested in you. Most people only value you. Most people only see you as an asset when you're doing something positive, constructive for them, not for yourself. And that's what you have to understand as black men in this society. And that's what this story of Kyrie Irving and this moment for Kyrie Irving should show us as black men. It should show us that most people only want us, and they only view us as effective or essential when we're doing something constructive for them, and we're not using our voice in an uplifting manner, in a constructive manner. And when it quote unquote goes against the grain or doesn't align with societal norms. So you as a black man, we should be worried about our path, what we're doing, make sure we're doing the things the right way. And like I said, making sure it aligns with our purpose, our values, our ethics, and is in alignment with the Most High. As long as we're doing those things, that's all that matters. We should not give energy to people that's not on our path and that frankly don't care about us, because that's energy that can be used it's energy that can be put towards bettering ourselves and improving day by day. And that's what this story on Kyrie Irving, this moment for Kyrie Irving should be. It should be a cautionary tale, a tale of hope, a tale of upliftment for us as black men as well. So with that being said, guys, that's it for our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful show. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay up to date on all of our latest content that we post daily. And if you'd like to support our network and our company, you can do so by following the link in the ticker below at streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryoushow/tip. Once again, it's streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryoushow/tip. And if you'd like to get exclusive content, you can follow us on Patreon as well. You can do so by going to patreon.com, click on the search bar and type "Getting Started Bobby Show." That way you can gain access to all of our exclusive content that we post daily as well. With that being said, guys, we'll be back again same time tomorrow. Same time on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. with a preview of the NBA Finals matchup between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics. With that being said, guys, continue to stay safe, be vigilant, make smart decisions, and until next time, peace.